All right, so the Nigerian Insurers Association is very, very eager and keen to hear from you. If you have any insurance issues, you can always connect with them on 081-7078-4444. Okay, that's 081-7078-4444. If you have any issues that relate to insurance that you want to get resolved, they are there to stand in for you. And I can tell you, we've had lots of testimonies. So many people have testified on this program on the important and giant strides taken by the Nigerian Insurers Association just to ensure that you have it pretty good. All right, so today on the program, let's move on. Really, we're dissecting the A to Z of householder and house owner insurance policy. What kind of insurance policy is this? What kind of risks does it seek to mitigate? And what are the benefits or perhaps the prospects of you tapping into this kind of insurance? Anyway, I'm a layman in this particular field. Let me bring in those who are experts who will let us know how it all works. Juliet Shobo is here. She's Assistant General Manager Technical for Regency Alliance Insurance PLC. Madam, it's nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And you're welcome to Traffic Radio.
Thank you very much.
How was your journey here?
It was very okay.
Okay, then. So let's jump in on the programs. Juliet, this advocacy program is more or less like an initiative by the Nigerian Insurers Association, which is aimed at not just stimulating discourse, but of course aimed at mass enlightenment of the populace. So what do you make of this idea, really? What's your thinking?
It's a very good one. It's a very good
It's a good one.
Yes, from the NIA.
Right.
It is very good. Because, the enlightenment of insurance in Nigeria is not much.
Right.
So we need to be really groomed. We need to really know all about insurance and to know that the benefits that attach when you do your insurance, that you have rest of mind.
Right.
So the initiative from NIA is a very good initiative, and it's a very good one for the public to be enlightened and know the benefit that you tend to gain when you do insurance.
You've been in the industry for like how many years?
30 years now.
Wow, 30 years.
Yes,
and
sir.
you can tell that ignorance is something that is really, really thriving in the populace.
Yes, it is.
With this kind of knowledge, it will go a long way. That's what you're saying.
It will go a long way to enlighten us. When you go abroad, you find that insurance is not a problem. They are aware of it and they know the importance of insurance. But in Nigeria, we need to know the importance of insurance and the need to have it.
Right. Let's jump in on the subject of discuss this morning, which is householder, house owner insurance. What kind of insurance are we talking about there?
House owners or householders insurance, as the name depicts, is an insurance that is taken up by people that owns a property. It's not just for anybody. For you to take up an house owner insurance, you must own a property, you must own a building.
Right.
And then for you to take up an householder insurance, you must have a content, that is a personal belonging that you really need to insure. So
it can be taken by landlords.
Yes,
house owners, tenants.
Yes, house owners are taken by landlords. Householder and house owner insurance comprehensive
are taken
by tenants and landlords.
All right, so Juliet, for clear understanding, I would like you to just paint a scenario that would warrant the need for any of these insurance policies you just mentioned.
Okay, for instance, now the cost of building materials in Nigeria has escalated, and you have spent so much money to build a house. You understand? And then some of those people that have built that place, they don't live in the place. They give it out to tenants, and don't know the kind of housekeeping these tenants have. So it's important for you to take up this insurance to ensure that if anything should happen, at least you'll be compensated and you'll be put back in the position that you were before the loss.
So if a landlord picks up the house owner insurance policy, he puts some tenants in his house.
Yes.
And after 1 year, those tenants move out. By the time he gets there and he finds out that they've destroyed some part of the building, are you saying this policy will come into suffice?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Not exactly. Because,
so break it down for us.
Okay. Like if the wear and tear of a property is not covered by insurance.
Okay.
So if, for instance, you give your house to tenants and they use it or they spoil some things, it's not the insurance company that will take care of those things. And the things that insurance company are taking care of, accidental damage. There must be accidental damage.
Like what?
Like, for instance, now if there is a fire incident in your building, or maybe thief, they come into your building and damage your property. All those things are the things that are covered by insurance.
Okay.
It's not wear and tear.
It's not wear and tear.
Wear and tear are excluded from this kind of policy.
All right, then. So that's what the scenario is. And of course, so, I mean, for those who might not understand, because we always seem to use them interchangeably, right? Householder, houseowner, right?
Yes.
So, can you tell us who qualifies to be a householder or perhaps a house owner? And then I would like you to take us through the differences. What are the differences between these two?
Okay, thank you very much. For a house owner insurance, there must be financial interest. The financial interest is what we are covering. And for you to take up a house owner's insurance, you must own the property.
Okay, so you need to clear your throat so that we can get that very well. So for you to pick up a house, you must own that property, right?
You must own that property.
That means you must be the landlord.
You must be the landlord.
Okay.
But for you to take up a householder covers the content of the building. That is where you're coming as a tenant.
Right.
If you have bought some personal belongings like electronics, fridge, all those things, then you can cover them under a householder's comprehensive.
So every tenant must pick a householder.
Every tenant, yes. If you want your property, if you want your items to be covered,
right,
or you want your assets to be insured, or you want to have rest of mind, for your item, for the content only, a tenant is encouraged to pick up such an insurance.
So let's look at it in perspective now. So
okay, sir.
The tenants, I put a tenant in my house, right? I am the owner of the building,
yes,
and I pick up a house owner insurance policy. I put a tenant in the house. The tenant also picks a householder insurance policy. So if anything happens, will both insurance policies pay claims?
Yes, they will pay claim.
Both of them.
Yeah, because as the house owner, you are picking up the insurance as related to your building. The building, the features, the fence, the garage, the wall. That is what you are covering. As you are covering the building as a house owner. But as a tenant or you cover that takes a cover for householder, it covers only the content.
The items there.
The items that you own. That you own as a tenant.
Right.
As a tenant, you cannot take up the building. You cannot take up insurance on the building because you don't have financial interest in the building.
So it will be very, very wrong for me to go and do that.
It's very, very wrong.
All right. Yeah. This is clear understanding. All right. So what are the common risks and, of course, challenges that are faced by homeowners in Nigeria that insurance can mitigate?
Okay. Like we have fire, we have lightning and explosion, we have bursting of and overflowing of water tanks. Those are the things that are covered. Then we have theft, burglary. But for a burglary to be covered, there must be existence of forcible entry and exit. You understand? From your building for you to be able to cover burglary. Then we equally go ahead to cover riot, strike, and civil commotion. We equally covered flood, hurricane. Those are the things that are covered under householders insurance. So
when there's a storm, when there is flooding,
yes,
all those things are covered.
They are covered.
Wow. What a riot!
It is covered.
It's covered too?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, so now you know if the rain comes overnight and something happens, that means your building. For instance, when people, when those storms, the wind blows, and then it blows away people's roofs.
It is covered.
It is covered under the house owner?
Yes, it is.
Wow. But not under householder, right?
No.
It's under house owner.
House owner's
all right.
Insurance.
So those of you that are experiencing those kind of situations whereby the wind comes overnight, blows away your roof, and you're wondering, what can I do? This is something very, very handy for you. And a lot of times, the premiums that you have to pay is very, very insignificant compared to the damage that would have been done. Yeah. All right. So how do they determine the right level of coverage for their properties and belongings?
Thank you very much. You are the one that have built your place. You know how much you spent in building. You understand? You know the cost of in building that place. So that's when you determine the kind of sum assured you are going to put there. Then you are always advised to put into consideration inflation. So for instance, if you have a building for over like 100 million, you can add 5% to it for inflation costs because every day things are rising. Like we built a place for 50 million about 5 years ago. Can't be that same place for 50 million now. So you, as much as possible, you try as much as possible to ensure that you are at par with what is currently happening in the market.
So how do you do that?
That is okay.
You put an inflationary cost.
Yes. If, for instance, you have the cost of building a place is for 100 million,
all right,
you are advised, to make it like 110 million. to put into consideration inflation.
So that would, and then from that
So
110
that will
million.
make you adequately covered.
Okay, so you need to pay the right
You need to
premium.
pay the right premium. You need to have the right value for your property,
Right.
so that it can be adequately covered.
All right, the Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM Insurance Digest is the program. And if you're wondering who's speaking with me this morning, Juliet Shubo is of Regency Alliance Insurance. And of course, she is the one who is taking us to the classroom this morning. We're talking house owner and householder insurance policies. She's been able to distinguish. If you're a tenant, just know it. What you need is the householder. If you are a landlord, what you need is the house owner. And all of these, they are needed for you to be able to put in place something that will guarantee protection for you. And that's the way it should be. All right, then. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, things are still looking very, very good. If you're coming in from the Yano Dokwemo, proceeding through Cement, heading down to Ilezik, it's still looking very, very good at the moment. Let me see. Our Balinde end, we did talk of a broken down loaded truck having mechanical fault, and that's on Obalende Bridge. Okay, control room, what's the latest with that one? I would love to have an update on that one as well. Okay, control room, keep me posted. Earlier on too, we talked about a lumber compactor truck having diesel problem on Obafemi Awolowo. What's the latest with that one too? I would love to have an update as it relates to that. All right, control room, keep me posted. And of course, you can also give me an update on your own journey too. If there are areas you're experiencing some slowness, let us know so that we can escalate that to other people out there. All right, so I know that you've broken it down for us this morning, Juliet, but is it possible to extend the policy for additional coverage?
The policy is already extended for additional coverage on its own.
Okay.
For instance, now if you have a comprehensive house owner and householder insurance, it covers you for loss of rent in case there is any accident that happened. You are, when your house becomes uninhabitable, you cannot stay there. The insurance take up your rent. You can go to another place, relocate to another place. Insurance will take care of it for you. But then it's a limited amount. That is 10% of the sum insured. That is the 10% of the cost. That is the value of the building that you put there. So they can relocate you. The insurance will take care of it.
All right, so there's already additional covers already.
There's already additional covers attached to householders and household.
All right, so a lot of times when we talk insurance, there's no way we can talk insurance without mentioning special perils, right?
Yes.
So I need you to give some examples of special perils that can be covered under this kind of policy.
We have already mentioned them before. All the storm and tempest, they're all special perils. Impact damage, they're all special perils.
Okay.
Then we equally have malicious damage. It can be extended to cover. Houseowner can be said to cover malicious damage. Malicious damage are intentional because what we cover in insurance is accidental. We don't cover intentional or spiteful damages. But if you have, for instance, done some disgruntled tenants, they can decide to damage your property or anything, as long as it's established that they are the one. It's not you yourself, because we know that some people can be mischievous. Some insured can be mischievous. They want to take advantage, or they want to change their something and go and damage their property. Something like that will not be covered. But where we are established that there is a malicious damage, we can cover it. It's covered under houseowner and householder.
So you've seen situations whereby some people want to engage in malicious damage?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
We have some disgruntled tenants.
Is there a way the insurance company will be able to discover that?
No, we do our investigations. We can discover it. We know when this is intentionally spiteful.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're going to take a short break right now. When we return, we will be talking about personal liability, of course, under householder and houseowner insurance. We'll also be looking at how to explain how these liabilities arise in homes, and then we'll be getting some examples. Also, we'll be having a testimonial from someone whose family has benefited from insurance. We'll also be hearing from you too, and that'll be on 080-99-120-777. A brief break, we will be back.
It's normal. Oh, see what you have done now! You have damaged my car!
Ah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hope you have a good motor insurance.
Yes, I have a third-party motor insurance that will take care of all the repairs.
In fact, the benefits of third-party motor insurance have increased. First, the limit to claims for damages to third-party vehicles has been increased. Secondly, when you get your third-party motor insurance, you automatically get an ECOWAS Brown card, which means your vehicle now has insurance cover across all West African countries. And if ever it is liable on Nigerian roads for damages to a vehicle from any West African country, the premium to be paid for third-party motor insurance for private car owners, it increased from 5,000 naira to 15,000 naira to enable insurers adequately bear the cost of repairs whenever the need arises. Buy your motor insurance. Please log on to www.niip.ng or visit any licensed insurance company today. This is a public enlightenment message from the Nigeria Insurers Association, NIA.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Of course, Insurance Digest is the program. And of course, I see here with me in the studios this morning, Juliet Shobo, who is of Regency Insurance. And of course, we're talking a whole lot about the house owner and the householder insurance policy. Very, very shortly, I also allow you to join the conversation too. If you have any questions that relates to insurance, feel free to connect with us. But we're still tracking the updates as they come in from time to time. Those of you heading towards the island, we did tell you that things are still looking relatively cool and calm. That's the major connecting points. Third Milan Bridge is still good, even though we have lots of influx on the bridge itself, but no major worries. All right, flash update coming in from the Iju-Shaga corridor. I understand that the officials of Lamata, they've commenced road rehabilitation work this morning along Iju Road. And this is between Olowo Sokedile, right? That's up to College Roundabout. All right. And in view of this, there is a counterflow which is ongoing right now at Olowo Sokedile down to College Roundabout, though it's busy along that corridor while we have personnel on ground maintaining and also ensuring free flow of vehicular movement. All right, that's what you have within that particular end as well. Okay, so I did talk about the Obalende broken down loaded truck having a mechanical fault. So it's off the road. Control room, thank you so much for sending in that message. It is now off the road, so it's a thoroughfare if you're driving through that corridor. Okay, then, so Insurance Digest is the program. Right now, let's have something. We've been encouraging people that you can always send in your testimonials, your testimonies. If you benefited from insurance, if you have done insurance before and insurance was able to come in handy, you can always feel free to connect with us. And this morning, we have a testimonial, someone who is trying to give us something that relates to insurance, right? Temilade Vincent is here to share her own experience.
Hello, my name is Temilade Vincent. I could remember when we were younger, when we lost our dad. We don't even know my dad did life insurance. We don't know. Not until his friend came to my mom and explained everything to her. And that moment, that's our trying time. The insurance my dad did really go a long way for us, and we're still enjoying it. And I hope, and I even wish, because I don't have insurance in anything I'm doing now, but I wish I could, and I'm trying to have a life insurance.
All right, then. So Temilade Vincent is sending in her own experience. Her dad did insurance, but somehow he passed on. And of course, no member of the family knew that he had a life insurance until a friend actually came and told the mother, all right? And that was how things change around. I could have just imagined how difficult things would have been by the time they lost their dad and how things would have been. Juliet, let me bring you in. I'm sure you've had this kind of scenarios before, right?
Yeah.
You've heard from lots of your customers that do talk about that.
Yes.
And by the time insurance came in to bring some levels of restoration, things begin to change.
Yes.
So how would you react to what Temilade Vincent just said?
It's a good one. It's a very good one. At least it shows that we are working.
All right.
Insurance is doing very well.
All right. But beyond that, I think is the need for people to also take note of this.
Yes.
But what do you think? Policyholders, are they not supposed to be sharing this information with their family members?
They are supposed to do that. They're supposed to do that. Once you take up an insurance, let your wife or your spouse and your children, let them know the kind of insurance that you have taken up. So that if there is anything, because that is what we are supposed to do, to come up in times of then there is any problem.
Right.
So it's good for the policyholder to tell the spouse and the children. It's very, very important.
All right, then 08099120777. That's the numbers that you can call. This is Insurance Digest. This morning, feel free to react to what we're talking about. If you have any questions, perhaps you want to also react to what we're saying, you can feel free to connect with us. Message coming in from the control room. I understand there's a Volkswagen commercial bus that had brake failure at Idiroko in West Anthony on the service lane. All right. I understand about 5 casualties are on the ground right now. So Lasambos is being contacted for medical attention. All right. This is around Maryland. Traffic currently moving unhindered while we have traffic managers there on ground. All right, 08099120777. You can connect with us. I understand many of Lasambos are on ground already to take care of the casualties involved in that particular accident. All right, feel free to connect with us. 08099120777 and 09153877127. You have any question for my guest this morning, feel free to bring it on board. So let's get back to that conversation while we expect the calls that are coming in. So, personal liabilities under household insurance.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that?
Yes, there is something like that under household insurance.
Okay. Talk to me. How does it work?
It covers the insured, that is the policy holder, for injuries for injuries sustained by third party that enter into his or her compound.
Give an example.
Okay, for instance, now, like a colleague of mine, the teacher dropped the child, not knowing that the colleague has a giant dog in the house. So the child was just trying to ensure that the son entered into the house safely. The dog pounced on the teacher.
Wow.
Injured the teacher, and then the teacher was rushed to the hospital. They gave them a bill of over 150,000. The insurance for a policy was called.
It's covered it.
And we covered.
Right.
We covered it too. We covered it, and it was covered.
Let's take this call then. Hello there. Good morning.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
All right. So this is Mr. Adeoye.
Adeoye, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
All right, Adeoye, we're talking insurance this morning. You want to add your voice to the conversation?
I want to ask a question about the homeowner's insurance.
Okay, go ahead.
So I need some clarification.
Okay.
This homeowner insurance, as a tenant now, let's say I get one in my apartment, right?
All right.
If I move out in the next 2 years, 3 years, can I transfer it to the new apartment? Or I have to start all over. I have to do a separate one for the new place.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes, that is to say, if you pick up a householder insurance while you are in one apartment and you now move after 2 years, can you still transfer it to the new apartment?
Do a new one. And what happens to the one in the previous house?
Okay.
Do I get refunded if I don't use it?
All right. Thank you so much for your call, Adeoye. Yes, so madam.
Yes, because it is those items that you are covering. So you're moving to another place does not remove your insurance.
You mean
it? Yes, it does not.
So
because you are covering. Okay, you are covering
the items.
You are covering. You have your personal belongings like televisions and everything. Then you now move to another apartment. Your insurance is still on.
It's still covered.
It still covers because there are those items that you are covering. So you are moving to another. It's not the house. It's not the house because as a tenant, you don't have the financial interest in the house, so cannot cover the house. But you are covering your items, and your items is covered for a period of 1 year, as long as the period has not expired. That risk is still on. All right,
I hope you heard that. So your items are still very much covered. It's not the house that is covered. This one says, good morning, please. What is the difference between house owner and householder insurance? Damola is sending that one in. I think she has explained a whole lot about that, really. Yes. The house owner is for the landlord and the householder is for the tenant. This one says, Mr. Victor, please, does this insurance cover theft in the house? Thanks, Rita is sending that one in.
It does.
It does, right?
It does cover theft.
All right. This one says, please, how much does it cost to insure? Okay, how much does it cost to insure a normal 2-bedroom flat? You didn't put your name. Thank you so much. So, how much will that cost, really?
We have to know the value.
Okay.
It's the value that will determine how much the cost of the insurance will be.
All right.
You have to place a value, and then if you are the owner, you have a 2-bedroom map, you should know the value of the apartment. That you maybe you bought the apartment or you build the apartment, you know the amount. Right. So it's the sum insured that will determine the premium you are going to pay.
Okay, then let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Brett.
Your name is? Hello? Okay, I guess we lost the call, but try and reconnect with us. The moment you get through, please turn down the volume of your radio so that we can have a good conversation. It's been quite a while I heard from Furi, by the way. So Furi, if you're listening, let me hear from you. 08099120777. This one says, good morning, Mr. Victor. Please ask your guest because I don't understand at all. Please, if my landlord already insured the building, do I still need my own? Wasiu is sending that one in. So go ahead.
Your landlord has already insured the building. He has a financial interest to insure the building, and that's why the building has been insured. If anything should happen to the building, it is the landlord that they will compensate. But you as a tenant, you have the right to insure your content, your own property that you have brought into the building, and not the building.
So that's the difference, Wasiu. So for you are insuring your television set, your computer set, your dining set, your beds in the house and the likes. But the house is not for you to insure. It is the landlord that will insure that one. All right? I hope that answers your question. Update from the mile 2 end. I understand there is an incident there. It's a breakdown. Yes, at Ajegunle in what Owode Onirin. Okay, this is mile 12, not mile 2 really. Ajegunle in what Owode Onirin, a fully loaded trailer with iron rods having a mechanical fault, and this has taken about 50% of the main carriageway. All right, that one is receiving attention, by the way. 08099120777. Have any questions for my guest as a talk householder and house owner? Feel free to connect with us. She's here to respond to you as well. All right, 08099120777. All right, so how is premium determined under this kind of policy?
It's determined by, we have to look at the location. You understand? We have to look at the value before most importantly, we have to look at where that is the value of the property is very, very important, and the location of the property.
Right.
Then all the different, there are different categories when you are insuring for building, you are insuring for content, and sometimes you have some items we have to place under all risks.
Right.
All those ones are determined differently, and the rates are applied differently.
All right, then. So does the policy also cover every and any type of building?
No. The building that is covered under insurance is a standard building, a building of standard construction. The building must be with standard construction.
Face me and slap you.
No.
It doesn't cover it.
No, the building must be of standard construction.
So like the normal bedroom flat?
The normal room, for corrugated, everything must be in place.
Okay.
So it's a building of standard construction that is covered in insurance.
So is it possible for me to also insure the entire building, including the land cost as well? Is that possible?
No, the fact is that if anything should happen to your building, I don't think it affects the land.
It's just the building.
No, it's just the building. Though some people, they just want to put the cost, it's just waste of money. That's what I think. Because it's the building, nothing affects the land. If your building is gutted down, the land is still there. So it's the building, the structure that is important. But some people, they still put the land cost there.
All right.
But
so how is claims made under the house owner and the householder policy? How are claims made?
Claims are when you have an incident that is an insured peril, because there are perils that are not insurable. Like this, like I told you, wear and tear, all those things are not insurable. Intentional damage are not insurable, or arson, maybe try to put fire in your house yourself. Those ones are not insurable. But if there is an accidental loss and an insured peril happen, then you lodge your claim.
Okay.
Definitely your claim will be paid.
And how soon would that be?
It depends on any insurance company. Like for instance, in my own company, after lodging a claim, we go immediately into investigation. We send our loss adjusters to go there. They inspect and confirm that everything is in place. Once we have determined that there's a real loss, within 48 hours your claim is paid.
So you are compensated.
Yes.
All right. Can these policies can they be surrendered or terminated?
Of course, it can be terminated. It's not you can, but you have to give it 30 days cancellation notice.
Okay.
To the insurance company.
All right.
That you want to come off cover. You don't want to do this insurance again.
Okay, then as we round off this program, what's your advice to the listening public? What's your message to Nigerians this morning?
I want to tell Nigerians that it's good for you to take insurance. Insurance is, you have rest of mind. All my assets, we make sure that they are insured. We don't have any problem. The way houses are gotten down now by fire, one has to be very careful. The kind of parcel that are coming in now, that can damage. You don't know the kind of, even for landlord, you don't know the kind of housekeeping your tenants have. So it's good for you to put insurance in place so that in case anything should happen, if your house is, but if a tenant goes down your house, there's nothing you can do to that tenant too. It's if you don't have any insurance in place. There's only they can, if they don't have the money to build their house for you.
That's very true.
But it's good for you, so for your own rest of mind, to put insurance in place.
All right.
Once you have insurance, you have rest of mind.
Okay then.
Thank
peace. You. It's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right then. So we've been dissecting the A to Z of householder and houseowner insurance policies, and I can tell you, Juliet Shobo, Assistant General Manager Technical for Regency Alliance Insurance PLC, has taken us on this excursion. We have to go. The program has been produced by Dayo Anthony. And of course, I say a big thank you to Joke Adeyemi, who is Head Corporate Affairs for the Nigerian Insurers Association. So Oni is Controller Technical for NIA. And if you want to connect with them, you can always link up with them on 081-7078-4444. That's 081-7078-4444. Or you can also connect with them on 0802-9908-531. 0802-990-8531. All right, then we have to go. I must say a big thank you to Daniel Downsi of our social media unit, and our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day. Bye.
Oh, see what you have done now. You have damaged my car.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hope you have a good motor insurance.
Yes, I have a third-party motor insurance that will take care of all the repairs.
In fact, the benefits of third-party motor insurance have increased. First, the limit to claims for damages to third-party vehicles has been increased. Secondly, when you get your third-party motor insurance, you automatically get an ECOWAS Brown card, which means your vehicle now has insurance cover across all West African countries. And if ever it is liable on Nigerian roads for damages to a vehicle from any West African country, the premium to be paid for third-party motor insurance for private car owners, it increased from 5,000 naira to 15,000 naira to enable insurers adequately bear the cost of repairs whenever the need arises. Buy your motor insurance. Please log on to www.niip.ng or visit any licensed insurance company today. This is a public enlightenment message from the Nigeria Insurers Association, NIA.